What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In this video we will be going over, once again, another LR concept video, and in this video we will be going over LR Janemba EZA. So this was the part 2 unit to the LR Tech Super Gogeta EZA that we did yesterday. So since we did him, I thought it was just pretty obvious that this should be the next one up. Like I said, this guy is pretty old, so he is coming up on an EZA possibly soon. So what not better time to do it than a movie bosses, movie heroes type of celebration that we're getting right now with the Broly. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into his EZA. He was originally good, very good defensively with the guard and stuff, but now that doesn't matter. So we went ahead and made him crazy. And I also noticed when I was looking over what he originally did, that he actually didn't just raise anything at all. So we're gonna have to go ahead and fix that, and we did today. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and hop into this. So his leader skill is Corroded Body. My movie boss is 140 key 4. 150 key 4. And then for his passive skill here, he's getting 120% attack and defense. He's guarding first or second attack at a turn. He gets key +2 up to 6. Attack plus 20, attack and defense plus 22% up to 66%, with each attack performed as the second or third attacker in the turn. So it was limited to only second or third. So even if you're doing first slot to guard, you won't be getting these extra buffs, unfortunately. And then he has the high chance to do the nullification with the key blast super attacks, which is actually very good. And then he has the active skill to turn into the rage mode with 66% HP or more, starting from the 6th turn. And then we already talked about the 12 key and 18 key. Not good. He wasn't raising anything, so we fixed him up. We made him good. And then going over to the rage form, it's very basic like usual. He just received an additional key +1 per orb. So obviously that's how all giant forms or rage modes are, so nothing much to change there, but we did make it much better. So we're gonna go ahead and dive in what I made him today. If you're new to my channel, please smash the like button, subscribe to my channel. We are on the road to 200 subscribers. I appreciate the support, and we're gonna go ahead and dive in. So once again, with all the EZA concept videos, you're not running this guy as a leader skill, so it doesn't matter, but I just put it to 160. We made his 12 key infinitely raise attack and defense, causes colossal damage, and greatly lowers defense, so we kept all that the same. And then his 18 key greatly raises attack and defense, and then mega colossal, and then he still does the greatly lowering defense. So we kept most of it the same. We just made him stack on his 12 and 18 key. And then his active skill condition, instead of 66% 6th turn, we did 50% 5th turn. So not crazy. We're gonna go ahead and dive in. I'm a big fan of how I built him. It's just very interesting. We're gonna go ahead and dive in. We gave him key +3, attack and defense 225%. We're just guarding all attacks here. We didn't do no slot 1, slot 2, nothing like that. We're just gonna be doing that. We're just gonna be guarding. He's gonna gain 2 key up to 8, crit chance +5% up to 20%, and attack and defense +25% up to 100% with each attack performed. So obviously no slot restrictions for that anymore. Obviously it should never be. So 4 hits or 4 attacks performed, you are getting extra 8 key, extra 20% chance crit, and the attack and defense is going up 100% with each attack performed there. And then he has another set of this right here with this key 1 up to 4, crit chance 5% up to 20%, so that stays the same. And then the attack and defense +25% up to 100% also stays the same, but this one is with each attack received instead of performed. So I almost kept this the same, but I realized then it would be 8 and 8 plus the 6, which would already be 19 key, which is crazy. So we had to drop that to 4. So it's what's this, 12, 15, still pretty good, but we had to lower that a little bit there. We have him launching an additional super regularly, and then he's going to launch an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super per movie bosses category character on the turn. So a max of 2, obviously. So if you only have one movie bosses, you'll do one additional that has a high chance. If you have the full rotation movie bosses, you'll have 2 additional attacks that have a high chance to become a super attack, which is very huge for this guy since he is stacking with his 12 and 18 key. We gave him reducing damage reduction by or damage reduction plus 5% per turn elapsed from first appearance up to 25%. So 5 turns from first appearance, he'll get 25% damage reduction on top of the guard he's already getting, which should make him pretty good defensively. And plus all this stuff he's getting on the 225, when you fully build him up, this would already be up to 425, which is huge. And then he's also giving movie bosses category and corroded body mind category allies key plus 3, attack and defense plus 45%. And then he has a great chance instead of a high chance of nullifying the key blast supers. So very good defensively. He should be pretty strong as well because he does have crit chance, and he does have what's it called, a lot of additionals that he can do. So overall, this guy seems like he could be pretty good defensively and offensively, and overall just a nice unit in general. He has the damage reduction, he has guard, he's also supporting, which I almost made this like a stacking support, like 3 turns 15%, 15%, 15%, and then 3 turns 1 key, 1 key, 1 key. But there's no point, let's just give him the whole thing out to start. There's enough stacking or building up he has to do with all of this right here. So but once he does, he's going to be a monster. A lot of supers, a lot of stacking, and overtime. He's just going to be crazy. And then after you activate this, he goes into the rage form. Like I said, there's not much I could do with this on the EZA, but I gave him key plus 7, receives an additional key plus 2 per key sphere obtained, and then attacks effective against all types, and great chance to perform a crit. So at least you're trying to do damage here with all this, the crit and the attacks effective, and then just the key in general. There's not much you can do. This is not gonna be like any powerful type of thing anyways. So that's all I had for the rage mode. Pretty basic, but what else would I have been able to do there? But overall, I'm a big fan of how I made this guy, and I think he would be a nice addition to the movie bosses category team because it does need some help. So we did give it that. That's why we gave it that that support there. And just overall, just a unit you can kind of trust in the first slot. And what I actually might do right now is I'm gonna add a line right here, and he's gonna reduce damage received. My bad, I spelled that wrong. Damage received by 15% in slot 1 or 2. So the reason I'm adding this is he's already good enough, but I want a character that can protect and just be a safe type of character. So when he's in slot 1 or 2, you'll have an extra 50% damage reduction after this builds up. So this would all the go up to 40% damage reduction plus the guard, and then plus all the defense. So I feel a little more safe with that, and he definitely becomes a lot more better with that extra damage reduction. So let me know your thoughts on this character. Anything you would change, anything you disliked or liked about how I made him overall as a character, and how excited are you for the rest of this worldwide download celebration. Part 2 is coming up very soon, and we're expecting an EZA to be soon. We already have the Tech Broly EZA confirmed, which is huge, but I'm assuming there has to be at least 1 or 2 more EZAs before this celebration ends. Hopefully it's Tech Gogeta and Janemba. Probably not. They're saving it for a bigger celebration, probably like an anniversary. But let me know your thoughts on this EZA concept video. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. We are on the road to 200 subscribers by the end of the year, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.